Hello, guys. Lila is gonna be here in just a moment. She need to get some water, or tea, or something like that. But welcome in. Thank you. I'm glad you liked my costume. I'm a dinosaur. Do you like my little dinosaurs that I put around the set? You like my little long neck? Look at him. He's so cute. Long necks are my favorite. Sauropods are my favorite dinosaur. I freaking love long necks. I'm an avid long neck enjoyer. Ever since I watched Land Before Time as a kid. Also a favorite of mine. I love them because of Land Before Time. Okay, let me get a picture of Land Before Time just so we know what we're talking about here. There is a show, the kids show. It's a movie series / I think there was a show too at some point. But let me save image to episode. Save. Too many things open. Timeout. There we go. There they are. Oh no, that stuff is in the way. Okay, timeout. Let me move this back. Gotta go back here. Yeah. Okay, so this is Land Before Time. It's one of my favorite shows, movies, whatever you'd call it. The one in the middle is the long neck. Littlefoot. And then we have Ducky over here on the left. This little one on top of the what's his name? Spike. Yeah, so there's Littlefoot, and then there's the Triceratops Sero, and then there's Ducky, and where's Petrie? Oh, Petrie is the little pterodactyl on Littlefoot's back. And it's just a group of friends that are dinosaurs, and I freaking love them. I watched all of these movies, every single one of them. I think I even had a video game. But they're all so good. Rip to the little girl voice actress. Wait, did she die? Wait, is this the one that... Time out. Voice actress Land Before Time. Because there was one that died in, yeah, Ducky! Ducky was also from All Dogs Go to Heaven. I remember reading about that, yeah. So sad. And she died during, like, the finishing touches of All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, I think. And that's, or maybe it was 1. I don't remember. But I know that she has to say, like, goodbye. And that the actor who plays Charlie, you know, had to say goodbye to her in that moment as well. And it was really emotional. I freaking love both those movies. I love All Dogs Go to Heaven. I own that, and I own a lot of these movies as well. On VHS, but I own all of the All Dogs Go to Heaven stuff on there. He was so small. That's so sad. You may have a Chimkin Nuggie, I guess. Wait, where's my... Oh, those guys need to stay in front. Okay, time out. Let me move... These guys need to go in front of us. There we go. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, this one needs to go back. Alright, I'm adjusting my stuff. This one needs to go in front. I haven't had Dino Nuggies in not that long ago, actually, because my mom bought them once for my baby nephew and niece, but they didn't really like them. Okay, the niece, she would eat anything, so she didn't really care. But my nephew is very particular. He's autistic and he has like very particular tastes. And he just didn't vibe with the Dino Nuggies, unfortunately. But they are very good. I loved Dino Nuggies when I was a kid. I'm like, I love dinosaurs so much, but I'm not the kid that was like naming off all of the different types of dinosaurs. Like, I did not know all the names. All I knew was that I liked long necks. That's all I knew. And I love them till this day. I love watching them, like, okay, obviously never seen a real one eat a leaf, but the way they animate them eating leaves in any movie I've ever seen is so satisfying. Like, I want to chow leaves like that. They look like they're having the time of their lives.
Same.
Yeah, like, I like watching Littlefoot eat leaves looks delicious.
Yes. Oh my god. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I loved, my favorite dinosaur is the sauropod. Long necks. Littlefoot, my icon. Does that mean that you don't know about the Pachycephalosaurus? No, I don't. Sorry.
my little cousins from a very early age knew like all the dinosaur names,
Yeah.
like the scientific ones. And I was always like, if they had me like reading books to them, I'd say it wrong, and then they'd be like, "No, it's this," and I'm like,
Okay, well.
nerd, no. I love those little babies.
Oh man, you're gonna be loving all these words you put down here in this first section you wrote.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Lila's got this classification section that she wanted to throw in there with a lot of big words.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Land Before Times taught me how to say this.
No. Well, they all had names. I just called them Littlefoot and Sarah and Spike and
yeah, and Ducky
and Petrie. Like, I didn't call them like, oh, the Triceratops. You two would make very nice chicken nuggies. No, we're not chicken nuggies. You can't eat us. Okay, my colorization is kind of chicken nuggy-ish. At least you're green. Maybe you're like maybe you're the like vegetarian, like leafy green chicken nugget option. The veggie chicken nugget. That's what Lila is.
Okay.
There's a Crichtonosaurus named after Michael Crichton. That's awesome. That's the author of Jurassic Park. He passed away recently, like in the last couple of years. His last book, he wrote with someone else. I think it might have been James Patterson. I don't remember. It's called Eruption, I believe. And he died in the midst of making it. Yeah. Sadness.
The first Jurassic Park movie I ever saw was when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And it terrified me. So
I fucking love Jurassic Park.
I never watched a Jurassic Park after that.
I only like the originals. The other ones, I feel like you'd like the newer ones. Because they're more, I feel like they're more geared towards like actual like kid age rather than the other ones were very much like, I don't know. I like the older ones better. Yeah, the new ones are not good to me either. But some people, a lot of people liked them, so I don't know. I don't know. Yes, dinos. Do you have a favorite dinosaur, Lila?
I I can't think of what they're called at the moment. What
Do you know what
Littlefoot was?
Oh yeah, the sauropods. Sauropods. Yeah, Brachiosaurus, I think, is what they are. Is like
Really
the
long necks and the cute little
yeah
faces that eat the leaves.
yeah. We had the same one then. Honestly, it's because of Littlefoot. Littlefoot
Yeah,
changed
let's be real.
my view of my favorite dinosaur.
Also, like, so, because my mother was a preschool teacher for a very long time, and her group, her class, because each classroom had different, like, names or themes or whatever, and her
Yeah.
class was the dinosaurs. They
Oh.
were like dynamite dinosaurs or something like that. And the dinosaurs that she always used as like pictures for it or whatever or symbols for it was that dinosaur. And I was also like, so that also I feel like was part of the reason why I loved those so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're cutie patooties.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. They're pretty cute.
Cuties. Sorry, I'm like, there's only a couple more things I have to add, and then I'm like done.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. I'm getting situated anyways.
Okay. Did you look at
Also, did you see?
at all?
Yeah, I did look at it. Did you see that I finally got the TikTok fandom one uploaded on our YouTube?
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I haven't watched it. How did the editing
I
for
took
that go?
so long to edit it, right? And I was like, all right, I got all the music out and I reattached all the audio that was missing. And I was like super happy about it. And then I upload it and it's like one copyright and it's like gonna affect your like viewers like the viewing of it. And I was like, shit. So I had to go back and fix it. But after that, it was fine. It's one of those ballerina
That's
farm
good.
videos. Freaking frack, bro.
Of course it was.
And then I got the next one up ready to go out tomorrow. So we're back on schedule now. And now after that point, all of them have been streamed by me, so none of the audio should be missing. So we're good. I should be able to just like quickly go through them now. Yeah, copyright, man.
Damn. I keep clicking on the wrong dock. There we go. One more point.
Okay. Diggity-doo, diggity. Yeah, do you guys see my little... Here, let me get our freaking friends off here real quick. Where did
The
they...
dinosaurs you put on our desk. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah! And
They're
there's
so
also one... There's
cute.
also one on the shelf up here that I was getting rid of Land Before Time to show. You see, Jit?
I love that. It looks like a swan, not gonna lie.
It does kind of look like a swan, huh? It's because you can't see the face. Because here, look at the face. I'll zoom in for you. Its little face is too small.
Yeah.
I could put another one in there because there's this other one that looks kind of like a oh shit, wrong thing. Where is it? That is not it. This thing, yes. Yes. Right, this guy right here. Look at him. He's so cute.
cute.
Yes! Da 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 da.
Oh my god, you just had to bring that up. She loves that.
I freaking love
She
Yee.
loves that.
I used to, like, when we first started streaming for podcast, that, like, my, like, hype for that meme was way too high. Lila had to hear me say, Yee, like, so much.
Yeah,
And I would send the GIF.
time.
I would send the GIF. I love that. I love that. I love the whole video. The whole song. And then there's, like, the remix one that goes really hard. Yeah. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Yee dinosaur.
She is. Yee. You are. You really are.
Yeah. I haven't even thought about that meme for a while, though. Because, I mean, I say Yee all the time now. Like, that's just a part of my vocabulary. I forgot that I started doing it because of the dinosaur. Until Akamo literally just said that. Yee.
It's been so long since I've heard you say it, but yeah, she used to say it all the time when we first started.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm messing with my mic.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, indeed. Indubitably.
Sweet. I'm on the heating pad, so I'm like halfway out of my chair right now.
It's alright. Oh.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes, give me a second to crush my water bottle.
Oh.
I muted so that you guys didn't have to hear the loud crushing noise.
Oh, I was like totally waiting for it too.
I was waiting for my I was refilling my water bottle. I hate doing it. I wish I mean, I guess I could figure out how to do a filter, but we got one of those like letters talking about how we have like lead in our water, so not to drink our tap water anymore. So
really?
Yeah, so now I just have to drink bottled water and put it in my reusable. You can.
I've never drinking tap water. I always filter
Well,
it.
your household has always filtered as far as I can remember.
I grew up with my parents putting filters on our water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember that when we were like since we were kids. But my family is always just cuz like literally my grandma and grandpa have well water. We drink well water. It tastes disgusting.
Oh god, I hate
it tastes
well
disgusting,
water.
But I grew up drinking it, so I mean I didn't even think about it.
That is disgusting.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been trying not to drink. I can drink it, I just have to run the water for like 10 minutes, it said, and that's such a waste of money. So I've just been drinking bottled water. And I don't give Dexter it either. I give him bottled water as well.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they sent us this whole letter and it was like, here are things that you can do to prevent like yourself from drinking it. And they were like, replace all of your pipes. And we were like, that's not happening.
Crazy.
Yeah. And also boiling water that has lead in it does absolutely nothing to like help get rid of lead. So it's not like you can just like clean it like that. You literally have to get a filter. So I've thought about getting one of those pitchers like you have. But I don't know which one would like get rid of lead. I'd have to look it up, figure out something. But yeah, that's my story, guys.
Like there's different brands, so you just have to find whichever one like works for you or your situation. So I also have a water bottle.
Also, hi Angie. I see you've popped in.
Oh, hello everybody. I haven't said hello to anybody.
Yeah, Stella's here, Akamo's here, Angie's here.
Hello everyone.
I'm here. You're here. Sarybot here.
I'm here now. See? I haven't shouted yet.
Yeah, no, that's true. No shouting has been done yet. Let's keep it that way. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I was social earlier and just recovered from it. That is such a huge mood.
That's
oh my
so
God.
real.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm ready for the intro now, officially.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, let me pull it up because I'm on the other dock. Okay. I'll message you real quick.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna forget.
Oh, I just saw your other
something.
message.
Yeah, that's why it took so long.
Oh, I just said J, but I meant H. Instead of O, I wrote OJ.
J! OJ!
Traumatizing you with the orange juice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but like real quick.
Yeah.
Diddy's being compared to OJ because of what happened with his trial.
Well, yeah, he literally got off of everything except for transportation of prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Dude, I kept up with the case too. Like, oh yeah, don't forget.
Take your meds, folks. Take your meds.
That was just.
Yeah, it really was.
I kept up with the case. Like, I followed it, day by day, and oh my God, I can't even. Ah!
There we go.
Happy he was denied bail, though.
I mean, yeah, but it's still it's crazy.
Yeah, but now he can't, like, live in his luxury. He has to stay in prison. He can't live in his luxury, like, mansion and shit. So, I don't know. Small win. Anyway. Are you ready, or are you taking your meds?
Nope, I got him. I already took him.
Woo! Hold on.
Yeah, I saw that too, Akuma. Alright.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Welcome to Series of Geektastic Events, Season 3, Episode 14. The only podcast where we dig up the past. Literally.
It's still you, buddy.
Oh!
I knew you were gonna pause there too, because you're used to one line, but you wrote it in two.
You fucking wrote it too! Oh my God! Okay. Rewind. Oh, I love... Yep. Okay. Whoop. Yep. Okay. Rewind. Also, Ron Mango did a really good deep dive on the Diddy trial. Just saying. Okay. Welcome to Series of Geektastic Events, Season 3, Episode 14, the only podcast where we dig up the past. Literally. I'm Lila, and I once failed a science quiz by saying dinosaurs died of boredom.
And I'm Sero, here to remind you that no, dinosaurs were not wiped out by bad vibes, although we're not ruling it out.
Breaking down the top theories behind the dino apocalypse.
Literally, nothing just came out of your mic until you said down the top theories. So I got none of that, like, first part of the sentence. Brother.
Like, my mic is, like, right next to me. Okay.
Okay,
today we're breaking...
Yeah, well, let me just say my line, and then you'll say yours, and I'll just cut it in the post-production, guys. Post-production. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm Sero, here to remind you that no, dinosaurs were not wiped out by bad vibes, although we're not ruling it out.
Breaking down the top theories behind the dino apocalypse. Giant asteroid? Check. Super volcanoes? Maybe. Alien laser beams? Let's not rule anything out yet.
So grab your metaphorical shovel and maybe a hard hat, because things are about to get prehistorically wild. Dun dun dun. There we go.
Woo!
It was a rough intro today, guys, but you know, you can't be perfect every week. You can't be perfect. We're usually perfect, right? So you got to give us slack. Right, Lila? We're perfect every other week.
I feel like that was a really easy one, and that it should not have been messed up as much as it was.
Yeah, I know, but like that's just life. It's fine. Yeah, no, we missed you guys too, but Lila had lots of fun.
Oh my god, I had so much fun. My feet hurt the next couple days, and my voice was gone the next day, and yeah.
I can imagine.
It was fun. It was really hot though. Like, it was outside, an outside concert.
Wait,
really
okay.
Hot.
Another tangent before we get into our dinos. What was your reaction to BTS finally reunion, live streaming, like the Twitter craze?
I knew it was coming. Like, my sister and I were talking about, before any of that, my sister and I, like, on our way to go to the Stray Kids concert, we were talking about how, BTS is going to have, like, a reunion. Like, they're probably gonna start making music and stuff again soon, and we were estimating, like, 2026 for, like, new albums.
And the tour starting.
Like, maybe the following year. Yeah.
I'm saving money, bro. I'm saving money.
Yeah, no, we were both like,
and I'm like gearing up for the time where we all just like buckle down and try to buy tickets.
Yeah. No, that is gonna be a kick-ass reunion concert.
Yeah.
2, it's gonna be expensive as hell, and it's gonna be very hard to get tickets.
Yep. But it's gonna be awesome. I'm still so mad. I finally was gonna get to go to a concert, and then fucking COVID happened.
Oh yeah, hey, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had bought everything. I'd booked a hotel room. I'd booked train tickets, like for me and my mom, all of those. I'd like saved up. I was still like, I was just out of college at that point. So I was like saving up as I was like going to school just for this. And then it got canceled. I was so sad. I got my money back with the like the tickets and the hotel, but the train tickets I didn't get my money back. I was so sad. Like $50, but still. For a college student, I was like sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I'm excited that they're back, and I'm excited to see what the new music's gonna be like. And you know, they've hinted at it being like a throwback to like their roots, like going back. And I'm like,
dude, I'm
like, danger. Like, are we going like which?
And like my sister and I were talking about how it's gonna be like totally unfiltered too. Like, they're gonna do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever they want. Dance however they want.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you about that before we started because it's been on my brain.
So excited.
It's all in my timeline everywhere. Did you know that flat Earth dinosaur extinction meme? No. What?
No.
Flat Earth dinosaur meme. Oh yeah, it's they walked off the Earth. They walked off of it. Like they just like the Earth was flat, so they just walked off the side of the Earth.
Do you know what's really funny?
That's what this picture is, at least.
In my document under denialism, the first thing I wrote was, "Dumbasses don't believe dinosaurs were real. The flat earthers of the dino world."
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, the asteroid still hit, but it like was seesawed them off of the the Earth. They just catapulted into space. Okay, I see. Interesting. Okay, let's get into this the nitty gritty, guys. Let's get our podcast episode. Ugh. It's gonna be a good one. And also, before actually, I messaged you this, but let me tell chat. We only have 4 episodes left. This and then 3 more. So that's the end of our season 3 episodes, and then we're gonna take a small hiatus, and then we'll be back in a month later with season 4. But it's flown by, has it not? Season 3 has been like fast, and we only missed like 2 or 3 episodes.
God,
I think.
Very loud.
What's loud?
I was trying to find that TikTok. I was.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Akumo. We take a month in between our seasons, so sorry. You'll have to watch some of our old episodes. I don't think you've seen all of them. So when we leave, you can watch those every Thursday. I have one on there about, I think I have the cheese one up on there. Maybe. I'll have to see. Live is better, yeah. Live is better. All I wanted was a bit of bread. Mama called me
lesbian dinosaur joke.
What? Lesbian?
What? Lesbian dinosaur joke. What is that? What's the joke?
Lesbian dino joke. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur? Oh, nope. We can't say that, Lila. That joke is not a good one to talk about on stream. I'll send it to you.
Me? I'm so confused. So confused.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but if you have Google, you can figure it out for yourself. Anyway, shall we take it back 66 million years ago, Lila? I like your little thing there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wrong doc. 66. Well, okay, more than that, but like the extinction I think was like 66 million years ago. So, 66 million years ago. Historically, dinosaurs have been divided into lizard-hipped and bird-hipped categories based on the arrangement of their hip bones. In motherfucker,
lizard-hipped in the lizard-hipped ones.
Yeah, in the lizard-hipped category, it's divided into theropods and sauropodmorph. Sero.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so the lizard-hipped category is divided into theropods and sauropodmorphs.
There you go. Theropods are the classic bipedal carnivorous dinosaurs.
Like the T-Rex.
So, like, the T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. But it also, like, there are some birds there, too.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one includes enormous...
The sauropodmorphs.
Yeah, what she said.
Podomorphs. It's like...
includes enormous, like, Okay, can you...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sauropodomorphs include the enormous quadrupedal herbivorous, long-necked, long-tailed sauropods, as in the Brachiosaurus, the Diplodocus, it's the Diplodocus or something like that, and their cousins, the prosauropods. Yeah, these are a lot of words. And then the bird-hipped category is harder to define. Why is that, Lila?
Because they include several different groups, but all of the bird-hipped categories share a special beak bone.
Ooh, okay.
At the tip of the lower jaw, and it's called the
Predentary, yeah.
Predentary, yeah. So, oh,
let me get the picture up, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, science, for hard words.
Yeah, we love that.
The theropods, is any member of the dinosaur subgroup Theropoda, which includes all the flesh-eating dinosaurs. Theropods were the most diverse group of the lizard-hipped dinosaurs, ranging from cow size to the huge T-Rex, which weigh 6 tons or more.
Damn.
All theropods were
obligate bipeds.
Thank you. This is their their hind legs provided support and locomotion, while the short forelimbs and mobile hands were probably adapted for grasping and tearing prey. Despite the group's name, which means beast, foot, theropod feet usually resemble those of birds. Okay, you want to know what that makes me think of?
Chickens.
I got a big head.
Oh yeah, I got a big head, but little arms. From Meet the Robinsons.
Yes!
I fucking love that. I love that movie.
I love that.
I also had a Game Boy game for that movie. It's so good.
Did
the
you
little
really?
hat. Yeah.
With the little arms.
And the little hat on his head.
Yes! Oh my god, it's been so long. It's been so long. I love that. Oh, whoops. Okay. Nope, wrong doc. My bad. Okay. So then a subcategory in that category is the Coelurosaurs, which at the same time the carnivorous were the major large theropods. The other group, this group, was very diverse and much smaller theropods. They're not as well known because their small size and thin, whale hollow bones, but we know that they divided into several lineages during the Jurassic that further split and rose to prominence during the
Cretaceous.
The
Cretaceous period.
Sero, you want to list off what those examples are?
All right, guys, I'm gonna butcher all of this. Alvarezsauroidea, Aviale, I think, Dinois. Wait, what the fuck? Deinonychosauria, Ornithomimosauria, Aviraptorosauria, Therizinosaurus, Tyrannosauroidea. That's my best bet on that.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And look at our beautiful chart here that shows everything.
The lizard hips are on the left and the bird hipped are on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're split that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have the sauropods.
Sauropods! Long necks.
Yeah. Wait, what? I already forgot.
Sauropod?
That's separate from the. Yep. Okay.
Brachiosaurus?
No, I couldn't remember if it was a bird hip or lizard hip. Yep,
Oh,
lizard
okay,
hip.
okay.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense. Still on the lizard hips, guys. Okay. Sauropods. Any member of the dinosaur subgroup Sauropoda, marked by large size, a long neck, and a tall four-legged stance, and a herbivorous diet.
Leaves!
These leaves!
Nom nom nom.
Green leaves. These reptiles were the largest of all dinosaurs and the largest land animals that ever lived. Sauropods share a body plan consisting of a small head on an extremely long neck. Oh my god, do you think dinosaurs?
Giraffes?
Do you think giraffes
They could.
are like related somehow?
I don't think so, but we could. Let me look it up while you're continuing.
A long, massive body housing an enormous gut and thick pillar-like legs to support the torso and a very long, tapering, often whip-like tail. Giraffes are related to horses, I think.
They're not related to sauropods.
Lame.
They just had like convergent evolution, so similar features evolved independently in two different groups. Yeah.
Lame.
Due to environmental stuff.
Lame.
They're not related to horses either, by the way, Akamo.
Giraffes aren't?
Yeah, no. They're not closely related to horses either.
What are they closely related to?
They're more closely related to pronghorns and okapis, and horses are more closely related to tapirs and rhinos, which is kind of...
Okay. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this next one at all.
Is that an M or an RN?
ORN.
Okay, ornithischians?
Science?
SCH would be ski. Like, yeah, ornithischians.
Okay. Yeah, that.
I think.
Any member of the large taxonomic group of herbivore
taxonomic.
Scientific names.
Yeah, the bird likes. Yep.
Yeah, okay, so these are the bird-like group, right? Of herbivore dinosaurs comprising.
Guys, the herbivores are conspiring against us. It's a conspiracy. Anyways, the large taxonomic group of herbivorous dinosaurs comprising of triceratops and all dinosaurs more closely related to it than to birds. Lila's glitching. What's happening?
The bird hip dinosaurs are also called this because their hip bones were superficially arranged like those of birds, in that a large portion of the pubic bone pointed down and towards the tail instead of down and forward as in other reptiles.
Interesting.
Oops. I fucked up.
Just undo.
There we go.
Yeah.
You wanna give us the...
Okay, this is the examples of the ornithischians. Ankylosaurs. Ankylosaurs. I don't know. Ceratopsians. Ornithopods. Pachycephalosaurs. Stegosaurs. Those ones are easy. I knew those ones, but we love a stegosaur.
Not those ones. All of those. Just the last one. Woo! That was rough. That was rough.
GG. Thank you. I try my best. But yeah, no, that's Lila's little rundown of the classifications of dinosaurs, guys. We hope it was informative.
Now we're gonna talk about Darwinism.
Love that. Survival of the fittest.
Woo!
All right, I'm coming. Do you need me to be on your dock at all for anything? I don't think for this one. I don't think so.
I don't really think for any of them.
Oh,
to
sick!
Be honest.
Let's go. I might just close it then because I have so many docs open.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I legit try to stay away from dinosaur names.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
There might be a couple things in the climate change one, but nothing really.
Okay.
That's not for a while. Okay. Anyway. Conspiracy time! Oh, sorry, that was a pop-up. Natural selection and the mass extinction.
Death.
What is? What? I'm sorry. Okay. What killed the dinosaurs? Death.
Death. They died. That's what killed them. They died. Or as my dad always says, what killed them? They stopped breathing. That's my dad's. That's my dad's thing. Yeah. Anytime you were like, what happened? How'd he die? And he's like, they stopped breathing.
Oh my god.
That's what my dad would say about the dinosaurs.
Okay. Natural selection and mass extinction. Darwinism. What is Darwinism? A theory of the origin and... I know this. I just need a second. My brain needs to catch up. Okay. This is not computing in my brain, and it's really pissing me off because I know this word.
Okay, let me go back to my... I'm not in the Google Doc anymore. I'm not in it anymore. I thought you were telling the truth! Okay.
Sent it to you!
Hi, Nyx! How are you? How are your eyes doing? I hope they're doing better. Perpetuation. Perpetuation. It's perpetuation.
Why can't I even say it? Perpetuation. Yep. Oh my god.
Alright, I'll keep it open just in case, y'all.
Of new species of animals and plants that offsprings of a given organism vary. That natural selection favors the survival of some of these variations over others. That new species have arisen and may continue to arise by these processes. And that widely divergent groups of plants and animals have arisen from the same ancestors. Yay! Now, theory time! Okay. So, in a slight to some of the most wonderful creatures of all time, going the way of the dinosaur means falling into obsolescence by becoming too sluggish, stupid, or oversized to survive. For a time, that's what paleontologists believed happened to the dinosaurs. During the early 1900s, when Darwin's theory of natural selection was still not entirely accepted within the scientific community, many paleontologists believed that organisms evolved along confined pathways. According to this thoroughly debunked notion, dinosaurs possessed a kind of evolutionary inner in uh 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 I was doing so well. Inertia, yep, that caused them to keep getting bigger and weirder. Some researchers even propose that dinosaurs were dumb compared to mammals because they invested too much of their internal energies in growing huge and fierce. Yet, as even fossil experts of the time realized, this notion couldn't explain why some of the biggest and strangest specimens, such as a Stegosaurus and
Brachiosaurus.
I know, yeah, thrived throughout the dinosaurs' reign on Earth. Even if it was not Darwinism, Darwin's reach did not extensively focus on dinosaurs, as paleontology was still a relatively new field during the time. However, the discovery of dinosaurs and the study of their fossils supported the emerging theories of evolution. We closely associate dinosaurs with evolution today, particularly the evolution of birds, but in Darwin's time they were gigantic creatures that seemed to have little connection to earlier or later types of animals. If anything, Darwin used the largest of the dinosaurs to state how strong did not always survive, as if mere bodily strength gave victory in the battle of life, which was a quote. For all of their strength and ferocity, they ultimately perished. So, yeah, basically,
The survival of the fittest, and the dinosaurs were not the fittest.
Yeah, that's basically what the theory is. I don't know how dumb they actually were, but
they weren't actually as dumb as initially believed. They thought because of how small their brains were that they were dumb, but they weren't actually dumb.
Yeah. But I do think Darwin's right in the sense of the strong don't always survive.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. Because obviously anything that frickin' survived was all really teeny tiny small.
Indeed, indubitably.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that was small or could fly.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they
yeah,
were freaking weird, dude. They were freaking weird. I think they're so cool though.
Yeah.
Like imagine if we instead of elephant rides, we had Brachiosaurus rides.
Dude, I would love that.
Me too. And I could feed it leaves and he would love me. I would die.
I love that.
Yeah. All right, Jurassic Park needs to happen, guys. Everyone is gonna perish, but it's still worth. No, you're fine. You're fine. I can go on and do my alien segment while you're looking for that.
Woo!
All right, guys. Aliens killed the dinosaurs. That's what this is about. The new Jurassic World made me want to pet Pachyosaur. I think you spelled it correctly. Maybe the E is an I. I don't know. Or a Y. Might be a Y. But regardless. Yeah, I want to pet a dinosaur. But also Jurassic Park. Not a good vibe there. All right, so it is commonly accepted that over 66 million years ago, an asteroid about 6 miles in diameter struck Earth and in turn caused the extinction of dinosaurs. The impact zone is now believed to be Chicxulub is, I think, how you say it. Chicxulub crater off the coast of Mexico, which was discovered in the late 1970s when some geophysicists were looking for petroleum in the Yucatan Peninsula. Jeez Louise. Which, okay, I knew about the whole asteroid thing, but I don't think I ever remember learning that it struck Mexico. I feel like I would have remembered that.
Learning it struck Mexico either, but I just remember that it like hit Earth.
Yeah. But yeah, learn new things every day, I guess. But anyways, so this whole event is pretty common knowledge, right? But in recent years, did you know that it's come to be believed that if the asteroid would have come just 30 seconds later, it would have hit one of Earth's oceans instead, and the dinosaurs would probably mostly be alive? Like, the ones that were close enough to the, like, impact would have died because of, like, the waves and whatnot. But for the most part, dinosaurs would have continued living on, and it's likely that humans would have not existed or would have not existed as they are today. So, 30 seconds makes a big difference. Hell, dinosaurs is wild. Yeah, no, so...
Damn.
Yeah, 30 seconds of a window for this asteroid to annihilate 75% of life on a planet, of plant and animal species. So, obviously, it hit Earth instead, and it created an explosive blast of vaporized rock and sulfur dioxide, and the blast was equivalent of 10 billion Hiroshima-sized nuclear bombs. Bruh, 10 billion Hiroshima-sized nuclear bombs is crazy. Yeah, a 6-mile in diameter asteroid. I mean, that's a big rock, y'all. That's a big rock. Anyways, so this massive release of sulfur dioxide and also the vaporized rock dust covering up the sun caused the climate disruption that put Earth into a worldwide blackout and a deep freeze. So it's pretty much consistently believed that the climate change was already happening and that the dinosaurs were, like, going downhill in terms of survival and whatnot, and that this asteroid was, like, the final nail in the coffin kind of vibe because it drastically changed the climate. But there is evidence or thought that it was already in the midst of happening. It just happened a lot quicker because of this asteroid. So then, ultimately, mass extinction of 75% of plant and animal species on Earth, including all non-flying dinosaurs, because the flying dinosaurs could go above the blast. They survived, and they became what we now know as chickens and birds. Chickens and birds. Yeah, so that is the asteroid part of it. Now let's get into where this asteroid came from. So a group of researchers have been studying this crater for years. It's been stuck, so, like, obviously, like, as we know, with time, rock layers cover other things, like craters, fossils, all that stuff. So it took years for them to even uncover where the crater was. Once they did, the first group couldn't really find anything out, and that was, like, in the 1970s when those geophysicists were looking for petroleum. And then in the 1990s, another group came in and started looking into it. And eventually we got a group of researchers that were able to come to the conclusion that a set of very random coincidental incidents with Jupiter, like the planet Jupiter, eventually led to the asteroid heading our way. So the asteroid is from outside of like our range. It's like out into the asteroid belt, and it got pulled in because of Jupiter's gravity. And apparently Jupiter was a wild child before they got pulled into Saturn's orbit, and like then obviously pulled into the sun's rotational grouping, like all the planets, you know. So Jupiter was a wild child. Jupiter even made it as far into the planet range as Mars. Like it was at like near Mars, and then it bounced back around, and it was like doing a bunch of crazy things. And because of this, it pulled an asteroid from the asteroid belt and sent it towards Earth. That's like the scientific theory, right? And not everyone is convinced by that. They're not too sure about Jupiter. they have a theory that none of this was coincidence. Oh, not Siri. I said theory. Thank you very much.
Damn.
Coincidence. Never heard of her. So, as we've talked about in the past, people have believed alien life has visited Earth for millions of years. And much like dinosaurs, there's ancient relics and drawings that have been used to prove this theory, with, you know, drawings of aliens and whatnot. And those of this belief also believe that alien life forms sent the asteroid to Earth. For what purpose? They don't seem to have any particular reason, but because of how that 30-second window and how it had to have hit Earth at like on a landform, not in the ocean, they think it had to be too precise for it to just be random. It had to be to cause a mass extinction by the aliens for whatever reason. It had to be orchestrated by outside forces. That's their theory. Now, science doesn't support that, obviously. They have their own theories, but Lila, what do you think about the aliens sending asteroid to kill the dinosaurs? What was their purpose? Why kill all of the dinosaurs?
I don't. As much as I love that, I don't think they would have a purpose.
Yeah,
not
like,
a good one, at least.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I don't.
The people. I've watched a lot of interviews today about these conspiracies that I'm going to dive into, and the people that I saw in the video, they were like, it was to exterminate us before we even like were able to evolve into what we are today. Space tax write-off is crazy. Definitely aliens they wanted to visit, and dinos were too scary.
Damn.
That's crazy.
The dinos were too scary.
They saw a brachiosaurus
Right.
eating a leaf and thought they were too scary. That's crazy. They didn't watch A Land Before Time, it seems.
No.
But yeah, no.
Damn.
So, for the most part, the alien theory sticks to, like, the actual, like, science that they found about the asteroid and all that. They're just very unconvinced that it's a coincidence. I will say, the fact that Jupiter was a wild child and somehow got an asteroid out of the asteroid belt and flung it towards Earth, and it happened to be that 30-second window. That's a lot of big coincidences. But I feel like most people would think that's more of like a godly, like, not necessarily a coincidence, but like God made that happen so that we could like evolve or something. But I guess I'll get into that whole situation. I'll get into the creation of Earth and all of that. It's gonna be. We'll get into it. But yeah,
we'll get into it. Love that.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much religion had to do with dinosaur theories, guys. It's crazy.
That's
I didn't know.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yes, that is my alien killed the dinosaur spiel. I don't believe it, but some people do. So I wanted to talk about it.
That was beautiful.
Thank
It
you.
was beautiful.
All right, it is Lila's turn now. Talk about climate change.
Got a lot to say here. Why would a very advanced species use a rock instead of wet brain?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so true.
It's hard to believe there are theories on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Also the TikTok I sent
I
you
saw
was
that.
not the one I was looking for.
Oh, it
It's not
wasn't?
the one I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
The one I was looking for, not only is the video gone, but the creator's TikTok is not on TikTok anymore. So all I can find is clips of people talking about how stupid she is.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if I can find the full clip or not, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, climate change. So, according to scientists, dinos were to die one way or the other. Whew. If the asteroid hadn't killed them, the Kool-Aid planet certainly would have. Proponents of this theory argue dinosaur species had been slowly dying out for nearly 40 million years before the alleged asteroid hit Earth. According to recent studies on the subject, scientists have uncovered proof that the changes to Earth's climate had caused a steep decline in the number of species of dinosaurs. The Earth was gradually cooling, and it was bad news for dinosaurs. They were mesothermal creatures, meaning they needed warm climate to survive and reproduce. As the Earth began to cool, entire dinosaur families began to go extinct. So there's a couple things here. We have volcanic eruptions, impact winter, water, just a bunch of different things that could affect climate change, and we're gonna get into it. So, volcanic the volcanoes! Volcanoes go boom! And then you got yourself a Pompeii situation going on here. So, volcanoes likely contributed to the extinction of the dinosaurs, not as the sole cause, but a significant factor that weakened the ecosystem before, you could say before the asteroid or before many other different things that were also playing a part in it. So, we have the large-scale volcanic eruptions that can release massive amounts of gases like sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. These gases cause significant environmental changes, including global warming, ocean acidification, and the potential for volcanic winters, which may have made it difficult for many species to survive. So, with volcanic eruptions, you have greenhouse gases and warming. The release of carbon dioxide from volcanoes lead to warming trend, potentially disrupting ecosystems and making them more vulnerable. Sulfur dioxide and volcanic winters. Sulfur dioxide can cause a temporary cooling effect by reflecting sunlight, potentially leading to volcanic winters. This could have caused widespread disruption to plant and food chains, which, when talking about like this climate change theory, there is a lot that climate change can affect. So like I just said, plant life and food chains. So that would definitely affect if a dinosaur will be eating or not. That is for sure. I did not. Why do I have? Okay, there we go.
Your
I have the
detective hat.
on.
Yeah.
We're getting to the bottom of this. Oh, there is actually proof for this, as well. There is solid proof for the volcanic eruptions. So, back in the day, what would have been Western India, and Deccan India specifically. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. My bad. But in Western India, which is home to Deccan traps, which is a huge rugged plateau that formed when molten lava solidified and turned to rock. Now, this is dated to be around 66 million years ago, around the same time when the dinosaurs went extinct. So, when the magma from deep inside Earth erupted to the surface, and some parts of the Deccan traps, the volcanic layers are more than 2 kilometers or 1.2 miles thick, making this the second largest volcanic eruption ever on land. The volcanic activity of this magnitude would have spewed out huge amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, causing greenhouse warming. The eruption would have also caused levels of toxic gases like sulfur and chlorine to rise, resulting in acid rain, further damaging the global environment. Ash and dust may have blocked out the sunlight as well, which again causes the temperatures to drop. Over time, the climate would have warmed as a result of higher levels of greenhouse gases. Some researchers think that the intense volcanism could have contributed to the dinosaurs' decline. So there is this chunk of rock from the Deccan traps in Western India, and okay. I do not have a picture of it, actually. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, there is a rock. But, okay. Going off of that, in 1815, the volcano Tambora erupted in Indonesia. And this was considered the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. Tambora led to the year without a summer, which is a haze of tiny particles blocked sunlight, and in 1816 frost occurred in summer in the United States. Recently, the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines lowered the average global temperature by a small measurable amount of 0.3 degrees Celsius for 2 years. So basically, there have been other volcanic eruptions that have caused similar things to happen of what may have happened with this volcanic eruption back then. So there is like proof, well, there is evidence to back up this theory, basically. Yeah, so going into that, we have impact winter. And in the Cretaceous period, 100 million years ago, give or take, a few tens of millions, Earth was a very different place. The global climate in which these plants and animals lived was very different. It was very warm, steamier, and virtually, there was, no ice. It was devoid of ice. Now, the Cretaceous period is an oh my god. During the Cretaceous period, it's an example of a greenhouse climate, okay? I don't know what PCO2 stands for, but those levels reached as high as about 2,000 ppmv. I don't know what that means, but it was scientific, okay? Average temperatures were between 5 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius higher than it is today, and sea levels were 50 to 100 meters higher. Sero. Can you look up? Or do you know what that is in Fahrenheit? I meant to look that up earlier, but I forgot. I forgot to look it up.
In Fahrenheit. 41 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
They were 41 to 50 degrees higher than today. And then the sea levels were, I don't know what 50 to 100 meters higher is either. What does that translate to, Sero?
Let's see. I'll look at it in miles. We understand a mile here.
We're not like the rest of the world.
Wait, that's not even a mile.
What's the closest thing?
Feet. We'll do feet.
Feet! There we go. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. I forgot. Feet.
164 to 328 feet.
Holy shit! Yeah, so it was a very different world back then. So, extreme cooling associated with impact winter has been evoked to explain the severity of mass extinction. In this hypothesis, the impact from asteroid, by the way, produced a cloud of dust and soot that temporarily blocked out the sun, shutting down photosynthesis and setting global temperatures plummeting. It became a desolate tundra and would have been challenging for land-based creatures that were acclimated to warm and stable climate during this time. The impact threw massive amounts of dust and debris into the atmosphere, blocking the sunlight again, which is often referred to as impact winter because of the darkness and cooling from the blocking of the sun. Now, calculations have confirmed that the dust and soot could have reduced sunlight almost entirely, but these heavier particles would have rained out of the atmosphere in months to years rather than decades, limiting their effects to several chilling summers. And the impact winter, did not mean to put that there. Okay, so, going off of that, dust from pulverized rock would have stayed in the atmosphere for about 15 years, dropping the global temperatures by up to 15 degrees Celsius. Sero, what is 15 degrees Celsius? Researchers said in a study in the journal
59.
Natural Geoscience. 59. Holy fuck. So the dust from the pulverized rock, dropping global temperatures by up to 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Researchers said in a study in the journal Nature Geoscience. Blah, 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 blah. The dust particles were around 0.8 to 8.0 micrometers, which is just the right size to stick around in the atmosphere for up to 15 years. Out of all the material that was shot into the atmosphere by the asteroid, they estimated that it was 75% dust, 24% sulfur, and 1% soot. This impact winter significantly disrupted global climate patterns, leading to a sheer drop in temperatures. Did I accidentally repeat myself? Hold on a second.
I don't think so.
Okay, no, I think you're right. I don't know why my brain is like, woo. Okay, this impact winter significantly disrupted global climate patterns, leading to a shared drop in temperatures ocean acidification, and a collapse of the food chain due to the impact of plant life and photosynthesis. I am getting major deja vu.
You didn't say that, I don't think.
Okay, we're gonna pretend like I didn't say it.
I don't think you did, because the last thing I heard right before that sentence was the 75% dust, 24% sulfur. So, I don't know.
Oh, I'm just getting deja vu. Maybe I just read too much
Deja
into
vu.
this. I don't know. Anyway, can't talk about climate change without talking about water.
Water. Hydrate.
Water.
Hydrate, folks.
Oh yeah, I should probably hydrate.
I just did.
I just took a big drink. Okay. Warming caused by factors like the volcanic eruptions and the breakup of Pangea, which I have not talked about yet, but I am going to sidetrack and talk about in a minute. Yes. All connected. Led to higher sea levels, warmer oceans, and changes in precipitation patterns. These changes impacted marine life, including potential oxygen depletion in oceans, and influenced types of vegetation and habitats available on land. So, what is Pangea? Pangea, in early geological time, was a supercontinent that incorporated almost all the land masses on Earth. Pangea was surrounded by a global ocean called Panthalas. I've actually never knew what the global ocean was called. Panthalassa? Panthalassa? Did I say that right? Panthalas. Panthalassa. Yeah, Panthalassa. Panthalassa. That's kind of fun to say.
Panthalassa.
And
Panthalasses. It's giving me country accent. Panthalasses.
Panthalasses. It's giving me like molasses.
It also kind of sounds pet the llamas is what it's running.
The llamas.
Panthalassa.
It was fully assembled by early. It was like 299 million to 273 million years ago. Okay. Yeah, long time. I don't even know if a vampire could survive that, man. That long? That's a long time.
It is.
The supercontinent began to break apart about 200 million years ago during the early Jurassic era, which was like 201 million to 174 million years ago, and it eventually forming the modern continents and the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. Okay, so that is Pangea. So basically, global warming in Pangea led to more global warming and sea and water being fucked up. Okay, here we go. So, sea level changes. The breakup of Pangea increased volcanic activity. It's connected. And released greenhouse gases causing global warming. This resulted in higher sea levels as polar ice caps melted. Now, let's talk about chemistry, which is a topic I do not like.
Me neither.
Yeah. Ocean temperatures rose, potentially impacting the marine ecosystem. That poor marine ecosystem. Now they have to deal with plastic. The increased CO2 levels also led to ocean I literally said this earlier.
Yeah, you said it so good too.
Acidification. There we go. Acidification. Oh my god.
You did so well.
When my mouth and my brain don't align. So the increased CO2 levels led to that, which affected the marine life that relied on calcium, carbonate, shells, and skeletons. It relied on that, man. So, also changes in precipitation, warmer temperatures meant more evaporation and potentially more precipitation overall. But the distribution of rainfall likely changed, leading to wetter and drier periods in different regions. We also have the environment. Impact on the environment. So the warmer and wetter conditions may have favored certain plant types and altered the distribution of vegetation, affecting specifically herbivores and consequently the carnivores that preyed on them. We also have potential for anoxia. Is that how you say it? Anoxia?
Yeah.
Anoxia?
Yeah.
Warmer waters can hold less devolved oxygen, potentially leading to periods of anoxia, which is oxygen depletion in certain marine environments. Evidence from sediments. So we do have some of that. Studies of the ancient lake sediments and marine rocks provide evidence of these past climate changes and their effects on the water condition. Again, there's more evidence backing this up. Okay? Now, here's something I was talking about at work, right? Okay?
Uh-huh.
Because obviously I do really think climate change had a huge part to play in their extinction. So, because basically, climate change going on today, it's real, people, but obviously there are people who claim it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of like, I personally think that the world circles, throughout history, that climate change, it's like a cycle, basically. That's what I think. So I'm not, surprised that we're having so many issues now. I just think the issues we're having now are amplified.
Exacerbated by our choices as humans.
Yes, exactly. Just like I think the potential asteroid amplified what was already happening and going on with climate change during that era. So,
yeah, I would agree with that.
That's kind of what I believe. I don't know. I didn't know if we were going to talk about which theories we believed the most at the end of the episode, but
I do want to, every time I'm talking about something, I'm going to be like, so what do you think? Because some of these are
kind of the theory that I believe. So, climate change. I really believe that. Back that one up. So, that's just what I think. That was a lot.
Now it's time to talk about dragons. Dragons!
Ooh, I love dragons.
Me too. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. Also, Nyx, I want one of those water bottles so much. They look so fun.
I know. We sell those at work.
Do you?
Or at least
my middle sister has one.
I know quite a few people who have one.
She has one. She seems to like it. I don't know. She got it for, I think, her birthday or something. But I want one so bad. But my problem is I never like washing things. Like my water bottle. I'm so bad, guys. I might be canceled for this. My water bottle.
Oh God.
It's just water, so I never wash it.
You don't wash the straw part or the mouth part?
No. Not until I have a noticeable ew about it. If I smell the inside and it smells gross, I wash it. As soon as it starts smelling weird, I wash it. Lila is so grossed out.
Okay.
Lila's a germaphobe, guys, so I can understand why you would not be into that. But if I put anything other, like if I put tea or if I put like a flavor packet in there, I always wash it right after because that's gross to me.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, that's my story. Okay, and moving on, dragons. So,
yeah, that was gross.
It's time to talk about how dinosaurs are dragons. That's right. Those mythical, scaly, flying creatures are, by some, thought to be dinosaurs. Come out. I got something in my eye.
I love that. I love dragons. I'm obsessed with dragons.
I also love dragons. So, dragon legends span across both time and geography, and they often have many similarities to them. Could this be coincidence? Or is this an indication that these so-called legends were actually real? Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Dragons are so cool, they are. So the word dinosaur wasn't created until 1841. Before this, there were many names for dinosaur-like creatures. Thunderbirds, giants, griffins, and yes, even dragons. There's even a theory among a certain type of scientist group that I'll get into in a moment, that believe that the Parasaurolophus, there we go, Parasaurolophus, which is this guy right here on the screen on the right here, the Parasaurolophus could breathe fire just like a dragon. Dwayne Gish wrote a book. He has a PhD, but we'll get in. Dr-ish Dwayne Gish, which kind of rhymes, wrote a book called Dinosaurs by Design, and he hypothesized that the hollow chamber in the head right there, that, you know, the little spout thing he's got on top of his head, it held chemicals that could mix to function similarly to the bombardier beetle. So it would create a explosion and they could, quote unquote, breathe fire. I thought they did the infrasound thing. Wait, who? Dinosaurs? This particular dinosaur? They might. They also, scientists and like paleontologists, they believe that this was used for like a breathing apparatus so that they could breathe longer underwater, that kind of stuff. But this group of scientists that I'm going to talk about later, they believe they could breathe fire, and that's where it came from. So that's one part of this. We also have some credible sources, actually. So we have some ancient and respected historians and explorers who have talked about dinosaur-like creatures as a reality. One example is Herodotus from ancient Greece. He described small flying reptiles in ancient Egypt with snake-like bodies and a bat-like wing. Some think this creature was actually I'm just going to put the picture, this thing. I'm out. I got to zoom in. This guy right here. And this was backed up by Aristotle, who talked about how creatures like this were also seen in other areas that he's visited. So ancient Greek historians have even said they've seen dinosaur-like Obviously not dinosaurs, since that word didn't exist, but dinosaur-like creatures. So, let's go on to Marco Polo. Marco Polo's account is even more, I don't know. This one's a bit more like, oh, I kind of believe this one. I don't know. I mean, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We'll get into why I don't believe it. But it gave me an inkling of maybe. I'm going to quote this. This is from his report about the account. So, Mark Polo says, leaving the city of Yacho and traveling 10 days in a westerly direction, you reach the province of Karazhan, which is also the name of its chief city. Here are seen huge serpents 10 paces in length and 10 spans in the girt of its body. At the forepart, near the head, they have 2 short legs, having 3 claws like those of a tiger, with eyes larger than a 4-penny loaf and very glaring. The jaws are wide enough to swallow a man. The teeth are large and sharp, and their whole appearance is so formidable that neither man nor any kind of animal can approach them without terror. Now, this description has been analyzed by the believers, and they believe that Marco Polo may have come across a Tyrannosaurus Rex with little arms. So he called them little legs.
I love that.
Yeah, I do like 2 short little legs with 3 claws, which another big thing between dragons and dinosaurs, both have 3 claws. I mean, not all dinosaurs have 3 claws, but a lot of dinosaurs do have the 3 claws. So, another relation there. Now, before I get into more examples of why people think that dinosaurs dragons are dinosaurs, I want to talk a bit about that scientist group that I was mentioning earlier. So, creationist science is the understanding that the biblical account of creation is literally true. That God created existence in 6 days around 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. This would mean that the evolutionary theory of Earth being 4.5 billion years old, and that the dinosaurs were extinct and died out long before humans came into existence, would all be false. They believe it all started 6,000 to 10,000 years ago. Now, they also believe that because of this time frame, humans walked the earth with dinosaurs, and that the mentions of dragons in the Bible are proof of such. And they also believe that the fossils we found in the last hundreds of years were created because of Noah's flood, and that this event drastically shaped Earth's geology, causing dating rocks and fossils to be inaccurate because the flood would have brought the rocks down deeper than they were actually before, and fossils and whatnot. So that's their theory about dinosaurs. So let's dive back into some more of their pieces of evidence, you could say. Thunderbirds, which I feel like, have we talked about thunderbirds before?
I don't think so.
It's an Algonquin myth, so I thought maybe we might have at some point, but maybe not. But it's a bird-like creature in North American indigenous people's legends. One of the main tribes to still have this story is the Algonquin tribe. There we go. They're believed to bring thunder with them because of their wing flapping, and they also bring lightning. And some historians, not the creationist scientists, some historians do believe that indigenous thunderbird stories were based on pterosaur fossils, not living pterosaurs, fossils. While the creationists stand by the idea that these tribes' ancestors interacted with the living dinosaurs and then passed down these stories. They talk about how pterosaurs would live in really high mountain peaks, and during these thunderstorms, they would have used that to fly higher and further for like food or whatnot, and that's why these tribes would have seen them and thought that they were bringing in the thunder and the lightning. But that's just their theory. The historians believe they found fossils, but
Yeah.
And then we go to Cambodia, where there's a temple, Ta Prohm, I think is how you say it, and that was built in the late 12th century, and it has decorations of bas reliefs of animals and religious idols, and among those carvings is what some speculate is nope, that's the wrong picture, is a Stegosaurus, which actually I can put both on because it's a good idea. This is a Stegosaurus, and this is the bas relief that they think is a Stegosaurus. These are the Stegosauruses next to each other. So, this temple monastery from the 12th century. Yeah, I know. That looks pretty convincing. I'm just saying. So they believe creationist scientists and other people, because it's not just the creationist scientists, but people that in relation to that as well, they believe that this carving is a Stegosaurus. Now, others, like historians and other scientists, believe that it is some other animal with foliage behind it, like a bush. But I don't know. It looks pretty Stegosaurus-y, that's for sure. Even if it's not actually, it does look pretty convincing. I'd be convinced, too, that it was a Stegosaurus.
Same. Yeah, it does look convincing.
And I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. Like, this is a 12th century, but then we have, like, petroglyphs from Utah that looks very much like a Brachiosaurus. And, this was in the Natural Bridges National Monument in Utah. And there's a bunch of different petroglyphs of long neck looking dinosaurs in various different regions, cultures, timelines. There's a lot of different dinosaur petroglyphs. Now, could this just be because they found, fossils? They rebuilt fossils. They, were drawing something else and it just happened to look like a Brachiosaurus? Jesus, bro. I need a water. I'm fumbling my words.
I need to go potty real quick.
Okay, go potty.
Okay.
It could very well be just fossils. It could very well be just a coincidence. It could be something else that looks kind of like that. It could also be passed down myths and legends from someone that would have seen, like, not necessarily a dinosaur, but a ancestor, evolutionary child of a dinosaur. But I do think it's interesting how across a bunch of different, locations and time frames, there are petroglyphs with dinosaur-esque shaping and carvings with dinosaur-esque shaping. And that's the same for dragons. Dragons also have the same, they have legends all across geography and time, and there's a lot of, there's even, a Chinese legend about, them breeding dragons, which would have been, a real-life thing that they passed down, and not so much a myth. There's even, this could be a snake that swallowed a hippo. It could. It very well could. You never know. There's also a few petroglyphs of people riding the dinosaur-like images. Like I said, though, I am of the belief that Earth is 4.5 billion years old. I'm not in the belief that it is only 6,000 years old, and that we're misstating all the rocks and the dinosaur fossils and all of that. But I will say that it's interesting how, I know 6,000 is wild. But I'm not gonna knock them. That's their beliefs, whatever. As long as it doesn't like affect society in a negative way, you can believe what you want to believe. But yeah, no, I don't think that they were alive 6,000, 10,000 years ago. I don't think there's still dinosaurs roaming about other than like ancestors of dinosaurs. But I will say that I do think it's interesting that these myths and legends and potential like encounters with fossils or whatever did trickle down into these relics and like paintings and carvings and all of that. Very, very, very cool. I will also say that a big part of their like idea is that extinct things don't always stay extinct. Like there's a lot of things that have been claimed to be extinct, and then in some really like isolated place on the earth they find it. Like there's like that one sinkhole that has like plants that have been extinct for hundreds of years. So like there is a possibility that some form of dinosaur were to survive, but again, you have to think about like mating and like that type of survival. There's a lot more that goes into it. Would have to be a small dinosaur. It really would, because there's not going to be like a whole tribe of brachiosaurus dinos in this like isolated island freaking it up with each other, bro, and making a bunch of dino babies. Like
yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton of like areas that have never been contacted by the outside world, and like that one tourist got in trouble for trying to take a boat out there, and where was it? It's near It's not near Madagascar, is it? It's near.
He got killed too.
Yeah.
Trying to take a boat out to go visit.
Yeah. There's tons of isolated areas that could potentially have dinosaur-like things. I think that might be it, Angie. Yeah. But I don't think that they existed 6,000 years ago as like a full-on species of of thing. So I don't fully prescribe to this at all. I'm not super religious either, so I don't believe in like the creation story of Genesis. So I don't have that perspective of this particular theory. But I do think that a lot of the stuff they brought up in terms of like how widespread all of these stories and like knowledge of like the shapes and forms of dinosaurs have been spread is really interesting. I do think that's cool. And there was another part of the document where they are documentary, there we go, that talked about a tribe that was isolated that was talking about like a beast that was like hunting like their livestock or something, and they gave him a book of regular animals and they couldn't find out what he was looking for, and then they gave him a picture of dinosaurs and he pointed to like a smaller carnivorous dinosaur. So I like I said, I think there could be evolutionary offshoots of dinosaurs still alive today, as there are like, I mean, chickens or dinosaurs, guys. Also, can we talk about the fact that dinosaurs had feathers and we didn't find out until like 4 years ago? They're not all scaly. They're literally feathery like floofsters, bro. And they're really colorful. That's so cool. I should have put more pictures of real dinosaurs. Let me see.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say. That would have been so cool. Oh boy. I do personally like I would believe that dragons were like dinosaurs,
Yeah.
but that they are extinct now. That's
Yeah.
with the dragon thing.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, no, I
So,
definitely think that dragon myths are like related to dinosaurs.
yeah.
Regardless of whether they saw them in person or whether they've found fossils of them and like created myths off of that, I definitely think that dragons are so closely related to dinosaurs. It's kind of like wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Now I can't stop thinking about dragons. I love dragons, guys. I love dragons.
We
I
should
would have
do we should
the
do a
fourth
dragon
wing.
episode.
Yes. Have you seen the new How to Train Your Dragon movie? I haven't seen it yet.
I have not seen it yet.
I want to watch it so bad. So bad. Love that franchise. I also obviously I love Fourth Wing. I know I've talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love dragons. Wouldn't it be so cool to ride a dragon though?
I mean, yeah, I would be scared out of my mind, but yeah, it'd be cool.
Like it would be
Okay,
really cool.
here's an example picture here. This is it's got
Rawr. It looks like he's about to eat me.
feathers and yeah, he is meow, 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 meow,
About to eat me. Ah!
meow. But yeah, so
Damn.
dinosaurs have feathers, y'all. Look at that feather. Look at that foliage,
Dinos
bro.
were big birds. Dang. Look at
And
that.
that's my story. I
Well,
I do
since
like
you
the
were
fire breathing shit too. That doesn't work for this,
it's so
but it's
cool.
fine.
It's so cool.
All right, Lila, what are you talking about next?
Well, going off of what you were talking about with them having babies and stuff, we're going to talk about the sex lake theory. And
X.
this is so ridiculous. I can't even. Oh my god. This is so stupid. Okay. So, Professor Brian J. Ford, who is not a paleontologist, by the way. He is an independent research biologist, author, and lecturer who publishes on scientific issues for the general public. He has also been a television personality for more than 40 years, which I feel like is very important to bring up here. Again, even though he's a biologist, he is not a paleontologist. And he's like a TV personality, so, you know. Anyway,
Take what he says with a grain of salt.
he thinks that the early paleontologists were right that dinosaurs were mostly aquatic and that they went extinct because the lakes where they mated all dried up. So, dinosaurs were wiped out by a lack of sex lakes. So, for
You miss
him,
out on your sex lakes, you
giant
miss out on life.
like yeah. For him, giant creatures needed buoyancy to mate, since lovemaking on land for a creature of their size would have been impossible. He adds, quote, as the continents drifted, the shallow lakes shrank, and the dinosaur ecosystems disappeared. Basically, dinosaurs were huge creatures and weighed a lot. They needed water to move around. Because of like the buoyancy from it. So dinos needed to procreate in lakes.
Interesting.
Because the lakes were drying and low water levels, they went extinct. Fort's theory has very little in the way of concrete evidence and relies more heavily on the argument of, this is wrong because I say it looks wrong, or this is right because I say it's right. So, that's the sex lake theory, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between.
Yeah, no, that's wild.
He also, like, was saying stuff like, it would have been impossible for them to, like, move their big tails and stuff like that. Or, like, it would have taken a lot because of how big they were. So, the buoyancy from water made it a lot simpler.
I'm gonna be real, I never have thought in my head about dinosaur sex. Not once have I ever been like, I wonder how they frick.
Yup.
Interesting. Interesting, okay.
Yup. We always find, I guess I always find the
They
weird
lay
ones.
eggs.
I
Like,
always find the weird ones.
yeah, you do. I don't know, they lay eggs.
One would assume they had more muscle mass and different bone density. Their bones were different. They were more, like, hollow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. At least he believes they existed. He thinks dinosaurs are really cool. Unlike some people in this world
Yeah.
who are just dumbasses.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, yeah. That is Dino Lake sex lake theory. There we go.
Dino sex lake. All right. Sick.
Yup.
All right. Well, let me
yeah.
briefly talk about. Oh, there's a frickin' firework. Open. My dog is gonna be so scared. All right.
Oh.
So the Stegosaurus. We're back to this guy. The paleontologist and professor of paleontology who helped discover and or describe dozens of new species had the Stegosaurus under his belt, along with the Triceratops. His findings formed the original core collection of Yale's Peabody Museum of Natural History, which is actually really cool. Now, the Stegosaurus is interesting because we know that the brain-to-body ratio is astronomically small. They have a brain case, so like their skull and brain capacity, like in terms of space, is not any larger than a dog. They have a dog head on that big body. It's so cool. But because of this,
Cute.
We're going back to like the beginning of starting to find fossils and shit. So a lot of people during this time thought that like a dinosaur of such size could not possibly survive off of just a little tiny brain in his head. So, because of this, and the fact that Marsh noted a large canal in the hip region, so on his butt, near the spinal cord, he theorized that the Stegosaurus, along with other such dinosaurs, had a second brain to accommodate for the small one in its head. So this is the second brain theory. And like I said,
instead of being big brain, they're two-brained.
Two-brained, yeah. They're two-brained. Little brain, big brain, in their butt.
And their
yeah.
Oh my god.
So this obviously
influenced flavor mustard.
This influenced the idea of a lot of dinosaurs having butt brains, as they say. Right. And Marsh proposed that the second brain gave the Stegosaurus a boost when under threat from predators. So it was like a lock-in brain. It helped him lock in and get the job done.
Damn.
Obviously, this theory has since been rejected. As we've gotten, further into science, they've started studying birds and their relation to dinosaurs. And birds also have this little cavity, or this large cavity in proportion to their body. And in birds, it contains a glycogen, organ. So it helps supply energy, glucose to the body. So it's believed that dinosaurs actually had one of these as well, perhaps, to help accommodate for the animal's smaller nervous system in the brain area. It would help with energy and other nervous system processes. Jeez Louise.
That was hard.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was just an energy center, really. But I like the idea of it having a butt brain.
I love that.
Yeah. But they don't. They don't have butt brains, guys. Birds and dinosaurs do not have butt brains. Unless.
That's sad.
They don't actually know fully what the function of the glycogen body is. So maybe it is a butt brain. We don't know. But like Lila was talking about earlier, this small brain to body ratio in a lot of dinosaurs is why a lot of people assumed that dinosaurs were freaking dum-dums.
That makes sense.
But maybe they just had a lot of wrinkles, Gil. You don't know.
Yeah.
It could just have been wrinkly.
Maybe.
Wrinkly brains have a lot of knowledge in them. Yeah, that's my little stegosaurus brain.
The butt brain.
One off. Yeah, butt party. It's the first thing I found, and I was like, butt brain? Gotta talk about it.
That's hilarious. I didn't see that come up at all. But weirdly enough, the sex lake theory was one of the first things that came up.
Oh, really? I didn't find it at all in my research. I will say there's not a lot of really big conspiracies or theories about dinosaurs. They're all pretty small, but they're all really interesting, I will say. And there have been a lot of documentaries about it, especially about the creationist science one. That one had a lot of information. The History Channel even did a segment on it on one of their shows. Specifically the alien.
Oh, I hear the fireworks too.
Yeah, I know. I hear them above me. Dexter doesn't seem too traumatized yet. He's just laying there.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Now Lila gets to talk about the real Lunos.
Oh, yes. The flat earthers of the dino world.
I don't know. I guess. You know what? I can believe it. If someone can believe that the Holocaust isn't real, I'm sure they can believe dinosaurs aren't real.
Yeah. We have dinosaur denialism. And oh my god, I was trying so hard to find this TikTok, guys. So I remember when it blew up, and I remember watching it, but her account's gone, and there's only stitches of people calling her dummy, and I can't find the clip. I found a different clip of it was
I'll look too while you're talking and see if I can find something.
Give me 1 second. It was here, I'll send it to you because it's...
Yeah, go for it.
I did find a different clip of somebody on a podcast also being a dino disbeliever.
Yeah.
But I remember this one that I'm specifically thinking of. It blew up. It went viral. Okay. So, let me sit up for this one. Ugh. Ugh, started slipping there. Okay. Denialism. So, dinosaur denialism. Denialism. Okay, sorry. Dinosaur denialism, or dino denial, refers to a subset of fundamentalist young Earth creationist movement that purports that prehistoric dinosaurs did not exist and are simply a fabrication of the 19th century. Their definition of dinosaur is probably not informed enough to include birds, by the way, backed up by the pseudo paleontological claims. Yeah. So pseudoscience. Woo!
Love to hear it.
Conspiracy theory. What?
Love to hear about it. We love pseudoscience.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, Angie, that's so funny. Denias.
That's so good.
Dinosaurs. That's so good. I love it. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Okay. Conspiracy theorists usually supplement their arguments with a big overlap from the conspiracy theories from evolution denialism, which didn't know that was a thing either, but okay, doesn't surprise me. This is not to be confused with pseudo-history that creationists push by having these dinosaurs coexist with humans in their stories, although that is another form of denialism. Lovely. It's corrupting our children. So, y'all, I'm about to tell you about a Facebook post. Why is it always Facebook? That kinda got this whole movement going. Okay. This person wrote, it's a very long post. I'm really concerned about dinosaurs, and I think something needs to be done. The science behind them is pretty flimsy, and I, for one, do not want my children being taught lies. Did you know that nobody had ever heard of dinosaurs before the 1800s, when they were invented by Curo-hungry Victorians? Charles Darwin's late theory of evolution entirely disproved dinosaurs, yet the dinosaur lie was twisted and adapted to try to make it fit. Any proper look at the facts will reveal that dinosaurs simply never existed. Aside from the educational aspect, dinosaurs are a very bad example for children. At my child's school, several children were left in tears after one of their classmates, who had evidently been exposed to dinosaurs, became beastly minded and ran around the classroom roaring and pretending to be a dinosaur. Then he bit 3 children on the face. One poor girl has been left with the severely dented nose, and the whole class was left traumatized by this horrible display. Nothing about dinosaurs is suitable for children, from their total lack of family values through their non-existent form, any serious scientific proof of view. Recently, my sister foolishly gave my 2 youngest some dinosaur toys for Christmas. After telling her to get out of my house, I burnt the dinosaurs. My children were delighted because they know that dinosaurs are evil. I am fortunate that my family has been very supportive and has disowned my children's former aunt.
Bruh.
Please do what you can to get dinosaurs taken off the curriculum. Our school has been recently presented with a 214 signature petition, and following that, In our recent protest, the headmaster has said that he will take it to the governors. We are lucky that he is so sympathetic to our cause, because I fear that others may not be. If you would like to lend your support to our campaign, we have a Facebook group where we spread facts and research about dinosaur myths. Hope to see you there. And she literally put a... Let me just, like, send this smiley face in chat that she ended this with. Oh, won't let me. Aw. Sorry, chat.
Can you send it to Discord?
Yeah. It's like old millennial, well, technically it would be millennial, but old millennial style. That is a lot of fireworks going off right now.
I can't hear those ones.
Hold on a second. I want to see it. It sounds really close.
But it is on Facebook, so logic dictates it is real. Yep, that's how it works. Its birthday is tomorrow for us, but happy early birthday for us, I guess. So what do you?
I couldn't see them from my window. Okay. I shall stand.
It's almost 10 p.m. for us. So 2 hours until 4th of July.
Ooh.
I don't really care about 4th of July.
I like the getting drunk part.
You could do that any time of the day, any day of the week.
I like the getting drunk part. And... Oh, it didn't even do it. It just changes it to an emoji.
Oh.
It won't let me do the...
You'd have to screenshot it then.
That is so
Yeah,
funny.
if you've seen one fireworks show, you've seen them all. And I don't really like fireworks anyways, so...
Damn. Yeah, it won't let me do it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, Akamo, they, like, for a week up until July 4th, there are fireworks going off. And, like, a week after.
And after.
So it's, like...
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's, like, 2 weeks of fireworks. It's so annoying, especially with a dog that hates them.
I don't mind fireworks. I think I like fireworks from a distance. There's a small town near us, small country town, that has a huge fireworks show.
Yeah.
Like, in a couple weeks, and I love going to watch those fireworks. Okay.
You sending it?
So, anyway. So, yeah, the just an invention by cure-all-hungry Victorians. Others are under mistaken impressions that dinosaurs were simply not known until the 19th century. Why were there no discoveries by Native Americans in all these years previous when they roamed North America? There is no belief of dinosaurs in Native American religion or tradition. For that matter, why were there no discoveries prior to the 19th century in any part of the world? This isn't Karen anymore, this is just, you know... According to the World Book Encyclopedia, before the 1800s, no one ever knew that dinosaurs even existed. Why has man suddenly made all these discoveries? Belgium, Mongolia, West Germany, and North America, etc., were inhabited and very well explored for thousands of years, and there were no discoveries until the 19th century. Why? Well, this is not true, as dinosaur remains have been found by humans throughout thousands of years of history, but just were not identified. For instance, in China, people identified the remains as oracle bones and used them for medicine, while people in Europe believed they were remains from biblical or mythological creatures, kind of like what you were talking about, Sero.
Yeesh.
Archaeologists found dinosaur remains displayed in ancient Greece, while Native Americans, like the... Oh god, there's a lot here. Hold on. Okay. I should have spaced this out better.
W Europe.
Okay. Native Americans such as the Crows, the Blackfeet, the Aztecs, the Inca, the Iroquois, the Navajos, and many, many more. Okay, this is a list of, natives. Discovered fossils. Entire books are written about these, such as Adrian Mayer's Fossil Legends of the First Americans. The reason there were no discoveries by Native Americans is that their traditions tend to be passed down orally, and they were systematically wiped by the white settlers in centuries-long process. Who would have known? Oh my goodness. Then we have, it's a deception by scientists to steer us away from God. Kind of like what Sero was talking about earlier. David P. Wazini, David, is known as a pusher of this conspiracy theory. He believes that the dinosaur industry needs to be investigated and questions need to be asked. David, I have questions to ask you. And that it is possibly a, quote, fabrication of the 19th and 20th century people, possibly under satanic control, pursuing an evolutionary and anti-Bible and anti-Christian agenda, end quote. So, yeah. Don't be a David. Now, there is also... they couldn't have possibly gotten so big. I thought of something inappropriate. Okay, dinosaur denialists often... I'm tired. Dinosaur denialists are
I don't have a command for that.
Oh my god. Okay. Dinosaur denialists often argue that the size of dinosaurs is unrealistic, claiming that animals cannot grow beyond a certain size due to the surface area to mass ratio and heat disposition issues. Oh my fucking god.
I have your dock closed now, so you're on your own, buddy.
Petition. There. Tell me what this word is if I send
Dissipation?
it to you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, Akamo. Yeah. However, the following points demonstrate that these arguments are false. Oh, fuck. I just messed up my dock. Uh-oh. There we go.
Oh no.
Heat dissipation. How do you say it again?
Dissipation?
Yeah, heat dissipation. The argument that dinosaurs would have overheated and died due to their size and mass is based on several misconceptions and ignores the various ways in which dinosaurs adapted to cope with heat. First, the claim that all dinosaurs were cold-blooded reptiles is outdated and no longer supported by scientific evidence. Thank you.
Dissipation.
While some dinosaurs were indeed cold-blooded, others were warm-blooded or had a combination of both traits. a condition known as mesothermy. Mesotherm Mesothermic, I did it. Animals such as modern-day leatherback turtles and great white sharks can regulate their body temperatures to some extent, allowing them to operate in a wider range of environmental conditions. The evidence for this in dinosaurs comes from the presence of structures such as bony canals and grooves that allowed for increased blood flow and heat exchange.
That
You
alarm?
hear that alarm?
Yeah.
That's my medication alarm. That's my
Ooh.
medication alarm. It scares the shit out of me every time it comes on. Okay, let me back up. The evidence for that in dinosaurs comes from the presence of structures such as bony canals and grooves that allowed for increased blood flow and heat exchange, which would have been unnecessary in a strictly cold-blooded animal. The argument assumes that dinosaurs would have generated too much heat due to their size and mass, but this overlooks the fact that many dinosaurs had large surface area to volume ratios. This means that despite their size, their bodies had relatively more surface area exposed to the air or water than smaller animals or similar shape, allowing for increased heat dissipate. Yeah. I lost my place. Oh, there we go. Additionally, many dinosaurs had thin-walled bones, which would have also aided in heat exchange. A large size actually helps animals to retain heat, as a larger body volume provides a larger surface area for heat exchange. This is why larger animals, such as elephants and whales, are able to live in hot climates without overheating. In fact, some researchers believe that the large size of dinosaurs may have been an adaptation to the warm climate of the Mesozoic era. Mesozoic era?
It sounds right.
Allowing them to remain active during times when smaller animals would have been forced to take shelter. The argument ignores the various behavioral strategies that dinosaurs likely employed to cope with heat. For example, many dinosaurs may have sought out shade during the hottest parts of the day or migrated to cooler areas during certain seasons. Some dinosaurs may have also employed evaporation cooling through panting or sweating, as evident by presence of specialized respiratory structures in some dinosaur fossils. Woo! So basically, dinosaur denialismists, conspirators, are just dumb.
Dumb.
I know a lot of them, especially ones who make like videos and TikToks and stuff like that. A lot of them are always like, "Oh, where are the fossils? Like, where are the bones? Like, why is it just now that we're finding some? Are they even real? Like, are we actually really finding these? Are they fake?" And of course, the overheating and the other stuff. Them being big. They're just I can't. I can't with people. I can't. Oh, I can't.
Yeah, no, me neither. Wild.
Boy. Yeah. So that's denialism.
We love to see it.
Denialism.
We love to see it.
Actually had a shorter podcast episode this week.
I know. I'm so happy because I'm exhausted.
Same.
I literally took a nap today, and I slept like I slept like 6 hours, but like I felt like I slept a lot. Then I took a nap, and I'm still tired. I don't know what's happening.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have been up like really late and then up really early the past 2 days. So like last night I passed the fuck out. And oh my god, I'm still so tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to take melatonin and pass out. Okay.
I actually like ate beforehand, like a huge bowl
Oh,
of
good.
food, but I'm like fucking starving again.
Well, get some
I
Nums,
don't know, man.
then you can go to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do our closing.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot about that. Okay.
Ready?
I'm on the wrong dock. Give me a sec.
Every time, chat, she's
Okay.
on the wrong dock.
Okay. I'm sorry. I know already.
Sorry, guys. Okay. And that wraps up today's episode of Extinct But Not Forgotten, where we confirmed that dinosaurs didn't die of embarrassment. Probably.
Space rock, a volcanic meltdown, or just the world's worst case of bad timing. One thing's for sure, being a dinosaur was tough.
Thanks for sticking with us through extinction level science, wild theories, and at least 3 bad puns. I don't think we made any bad puns.
I don't think we did either. Or did we in the intro?
No, probably not. Lila missed out on the puns,
Damn.
guys.
I did. I'm sorry. I meant to do puns.
We hope you enjoyed our dino episode, and we'll be back next week with drama.
Woo!
Bye.
Drama. Spilling the tea.
Bye.
Bye bye.